Roll, you know, I would do it on the program. It is our time. It is our little corner on radio where we discuss every issue pertaining to the women folk. As long as you're female, it's time to talk about us. Let's talk about us. My name is Olubukola Enimola, and with me, as usual, I have my home girl.
Yo. Girl, you know. We're from the west side, you know. Yes, my name is Judith Ojedira, and as your own girl, it will be delightful and interesting to talk about the one place that knows all our stories. And that place is called home.
Home.
Yes.
Home.
Exactly. However, we're not talking home as in the rent, the interior decoration, renovation. No. We're talking how we'll be feeling, how you feel when you kick off your shoes. You get home and you just kick off the shoes. You hear the kettle whistle, and the cries and laughter we share as a family, and finally how we get to exhale together. Yes, and that is why we tagged this program as Home Love.
Home love. You know, as a woman, we can actually relate to this. The moment when you step out of the car or you arrive home and, you know, the first thing you do is to put off that wig.
Exactly.
Who can relate?
In fact, some people
there's one other thing that you quickly remove. That thing, when you remove it, I don't want to be mentioning it. You breathe in and breathe out. What a comfort.
Then you just put your ong and you hear mommy.
Yes, we are back.
You know that you are back home for real.
Yes, just like you said, it's not about the bricks, it's the love that the bricks when the bricks crack. It's the love that sticks.
Sure.
It's the love that brings that sucker when there is a crack on the wall and you feel no crack at all. Well, to further depict this, let's set the stage for a playlet that is titled, Is Love at Home? That's a big question. Is love really in your home? Let's take a listen.
Boy, I really want to appreciate you for everything. With the way I'm always in and out of hospital, you're always standing by me.
Baby, I don't want to suffer now.
Even with the way I'm feeling academically, you are still always standing by me. You with the way my parents are not always checking up on me. You do the checking up, you do the taking me to the hospital, you do everything basically. The love is too much.
Like, I'm always here for you. That's why I'm your boyfriend. I got you. And I see
so
potentials in you. I
lucky.
see values in you. I see
Really?
wife material in you. I'm fake BSC now.
Oh God, I am so lucky.
Hello, ma. Please, are you on your way, ma?
Hello?
Hello, ma.
Hello, please, who is this?
This is Bayo, Anita's friend.
Bayo. Hello?
Yes, ma. Please, are you on your way?
I'm on my way. They've called me from our school. I'm coming. I'm already on the way.
Anita is just here. She's just unconscious. She's
please,
not.
I'm coming. Just help me stay with her. Please, Joe.
I'm here, ma. I'm literally the only one here. Enjoy
I'm
Tete Mabo.
coming. I'm already on the way.
Oh my God, Anita. Are you okay? Oh my God, she can't talk yet.
Ọmọ ẹ máa wọ ọmọ mi bó ṣe rí nítorí Ọlọ́run. Torí Ọlọ́run. And we are trying, we are trying.
Substance. Like she juice.
What would have even led her to that, Táwa méjèèjì gan, owó tẹ́ fi ra mọ́tò fún, ta fi ra mọ́tò fún tó ń wà ní school gan, ṣe bá jọ fowó kun ni.
Young man, thank you so much,
Yes,
God bless you.
Oh,
We'll sort
oh,
it. Money is not the problem.
We'll
sort it. Torí Ọlọ́run.
Anita,
Eh?
Oh
I
my
don't
God,
even know.
Most often, like let's just make one more baby.
One more kini wo ṣé irú bíbá ìlò yẹ ká ti máa sọ̀rọ̀ one more yẹn ṣé eléyìí ta ní yìí ṣé àlè máa wò pọ̀.
Hello. Hey,
afternoon,
please. What's going on? Why are you making noise?
We are so sorry.
There are other patients in this ward.
We are so sorry.
We're
Sir.
sorry, sir. We're
Jesus
sorry.
voice.
We're
What's the
sorry,
problem?
sir.
We're sorry, sir.
We're sorry, sir.
Please, let's go to my office, please.
All right, sir.
You guys need to thank the young man that brought your daughter in. You guys are very, very lucky.
But this one we are facing is the
You still need
because
to
I don't
thank him.
understand why she would take substance.
Why?
With
After all the
everything
love
we are
that showered
doing.
her.
I
No, no.
don't even know at this point. Kò yé mi mọ́.
So how is she now? I hope she's better.
She's getting very better.
Thank God,
She's
thank
responding to
God.
treatment.
Thank God.
She's coming for therapy sessions. She's getting very, very better.
All right, doctor.
So,
Thank God.
Anita, do you have anything to say to your parents?
Yes, I do. Because I don't feel the love. I don't feel.
Love.
Please, let me talk. This is why you guys don't allow me talk. Let me talk. When Daddy came in the other time, I was talking about having another child. Lójú ẹ̀mí mi bí ele, mi ò tí kú ẹ tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ fẹ́ lọ́mọ mi.
No, prank ni.
No, èmi kàn wò pé o ti lonely, yes.
Prank ni pé kẹ́ lọ́mọ mi. I don't feel the love. I don't feel the love. I don't feel the love. I feel like a burden to you guys. Academically, I'm failing. My health is not good.
Anita, have I ever complained about that?
You don't need to
are doing
complain,
well.
but I just feel like a burden to you guys.
You are
I just feel
doing
like a
well.
burden. Maybe I should leave you people. I should leave you to
Anita,
have
we love
fun.
you.
We love you.
so
We
much.
love you. Look, see me and your daddy. We love
so
you.
much.
We love you with all our heart. Anything
Lẹ́yìn
tó bá
eléyìí,
need, we are here for
I'll
you.
get you a new car. Don't
It's
worry.
not about money. You're not paying attention to what I'm saying. It's not about money.
Anita, I'm sorry.
It's about the love. It's about you loving me, showing me love.
We'll do better
Can you
as
see?
parents.
Can you see? Children need to be loved at home. It's not just about the money thing. You need to show them that yes, you love them. You put them in your mind. You are always there for them. They need to be shown love.
Yes, show love. Imagine what that girl would have ended up doing to herself if she did not have someone who could quickly come to the rescue. And that's a reflection of the type of home you come from. The type of home you come from actually tells a lot about you. All right, let's listen to this track titled What Home Love Is. This is Kiss Daniel.
Oh no, yeah. For my people will stand by me. My blood, my strength, from small picking days. Now you they hold my hand. Tell me say no fear, one day you go stand. Mama they pray every night, no they die. Papa they talk, make I always am high. Even when road no clear, everywhere just tight. Now your voice out there telling me you go alright. All the love where you give, you they carry me go. Now the reason I they shine, make the whole world know. Anywhere where I go, I carry you for mine. Everything where I be, now you design. No be like, I know fit deny. Now your love, they make me they fly. Family, now you be my energy. When I weak, you they strengthen me. All your prayers, they cover me. Now I know they fear anything. Family, you be my remedy. Through the storm, you they comfort me. If I rise now, now victory. Forever you go there for me. All the sacrifice where you make for me. All the silent tears nobody feel see. You believe when nobody agree. Now I'm standing tall, now you carry me. Every lesson where you teach me well. Every story where you always tell. You they guide my way, they ring my bell. Now your love be the magic spell. Anywhere where I go, I carry you for mine. Everything where I be, now you design. No be like, I know be deny. Now your love, they make me they fly. Family, now you be my energy. When I weak, you they strengthen me. All your prayers, they cover me. Now I know they fear anything. Family, you be my remedy. Through the storm, you they comfort me. If I rise now, no victory. Forever you go there for me. No matter the
was the music of Kiss Daniel in Family. He praises his family in the track. He talks about how they support him, stand by him. You know, just look at him today. Look at Kiss Daniel today.
Yes.
You can say he's doing well for himself.
Yes, I'm talking about that. You know that the question, the big question is there love at home?
Is there
Because
love at home?
the way some people do things these days, and you know, the question that comes to mind is everything well okay?
Some are even afraid to go back home because they don't actually know what they will meet at home.
That's it.
But
And
always put it at the back of your mind that your home is what you have made it to be.
yes.
So if there's anything wrong with your home, you can still make adjustments.
Yes, home love shapes the way individuals turn out, and that's why we have a practical example in our guest today, and she is Miss Yetunde Ojo Joseph, also known as House of Beatitudes. We're glad to have her on the show this morning. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Glad to have you on XX Files this morning. Yeah, so many things. Oh, you're into fashion. You're a fashion consultant, a counselor. You are into bridal wear, beads, accessories, shoes, bags, and all things fashionable. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. So, we are talking about family. We're talking about home. When conflict happens, it's so easy to react on autopilot based on how our parents used to shout. Shout down on us and shut us down. You know, for someone listening to who wants to break that cycle, what is one practical rule or habit you used to keep disagreements calm and respectful in your home? Because doing this, it means that you are from a very good home. How has your home shaped you to be actually stable, to make sure that things go well, just as your vision goes?
Thank you so much for having me on the show this morning, even though I can't be there physically. But I hope that the listeners can hear me properly online.
Yeah.
Yes, the home is a place of more than one people. I mean, one person. That's what makes it a home. And initially, for a woman, you have to have a husband to start building a home. So I'll start from marriage. One of the things I've been married for 25 years. So I think I've had a little bit of experience. And one of the things I think I learned over the years is not to speak in anger. Most times when there is a situation, there is a conflict between myself and my husband, one of the things I do is that I keep quiet at that point. Especially maybe when after saying one or two things and it seems that as if the conversation is going to get more heated, I keep quiet. Now, when I keep quiet, doesn't mean that the issue has been forgotten or that it has been sorted. What I now do is take time to reflect over the incidents and find a better way of approach. One of my own personal ways of approach is that I write down what I feel. So when I do that, once I do that, the thing about me personally, I can't speak for somebody else, is once I write down the things I feel relieved. I find out that my mind becomes clearer, and then I'm able to approach the situation in a more clearer way. That way, you don't end up escalating things into where both of you lose control and you start exchanging words that you cannot take back at the end of the day. So that has worked for me a lot.
Beautiful.
I cannot lie. I learned to keep quiet when I notice that things start getting out of hand. Maybe you have said one or two things, and instead of resolving the issue, it's going to escalate it. So I keep quiet. And now the funny thing is, this thing, when I write it, I can actually send it to my husband. I would, draft it. Thank God for phones; it makes things easier. When I was younger, actually, it's something I've done since I was a child. When my dad, or especially my dad, because I was closer to my dad, when he does something that I feel is wrong, I'll write a note and I'll put it under his pillow, because I know under his pillow is his Bible, and he will take his Bible in the night to read. So he will definitely see my note, and then he will read it, and then he will come back and we'll discuss it.
Okay, now that's because you have a bond with your dad. What do you think has happened over time with the bond in the home, where a child cannot talk about fears, failure, what they are going through, and you see a lot of children going into depression. They don't even know who to talk to, and the parents are the first person you're supposed to be your friends to speak with. So what do you think has happened to bond over time?
Well,
and how can it be resolved?
Yeah, I cannot speak for somebody else, but I can speak for myself. I have 2 boys, and there is nothing my boys don't tell me. There was a time my son was in school, and that was because I saw from my own experience when I was growing up, I made sure I created a space where my children can talk to me about anything. I remember when my son was still in school, there was one day he had a problem with somebody, and he called me and said, "Mommy, I'm so angry right now. Somebody just annoyed me, but I'm working out. I'm taking a walk." And I said, "Okay, take that walk. Calm down. And when you're more calmer, call me again. But don't do anything irrational." You know, for him to have called to say, "Okay, Mommy, somebody upset me and I'm walking out and I'm angry," that means he knows he can confide in me, whatever the situation might be. So he actually walked out, and then later when he was calmer, he called me and told me what actually happened between him and his roommate, and I was able to advise him on how to resolve it.
Okay, thank you very much.
My children comes to me about everything, including
so they are your friends.
When they started having girlfriends. As young as they were, well, my children will tell me that, "Mommy, do you know that there's this girl in my class? We are talking." They were in secondary school. I didn't shut them out. I didn't shut them up. I allowed them to always express themselves. And one thing I remember I told him one day is that, "Guy, I think the right thing to do right now is just let's concentrate on academics and leave your friends for now. We'll have time for this thing later on." Or what do you think? Now, or what do you think will always come after? And my son said something recently. My son is now 25 years. He's going to be 25. Sorry. Wow. He said something recently. He sent me one video, and that woman was trying to advise her son without making it seem like an advice. And he said, "You know, that is the way you do, that you be advising somebody without making it seem as if you are not." Because I would tell, after I've said my own, I would say, "Oh, what do you think?" That means their own idea, their own thought is also valid.
Yes.
So they would now say, "Okay, this is how I feel about it," or "I agree with what." If they disagree, they know they can say they disagree. And I have another son who is a lawyer, and that one when that one disagrees with you, tell you that it disagrees totally with what you're saying. That one is very blunt. So my children have a voice in the house. They can say anything at any time. They know they can talk about anything. And why that was possible, because I have learned from my own experience that shutting children up does not actually help them. Let your children be vocal. Let them be able to tell you what. I remember when my son was going to SS1, his dad wanted him to do sciences. But my son had always said, since he was like 3 years old, that he wanted to be a lawyer. So why are you now advising him to go and read sciences when he's about to enter the class that will shape him into what he wants to become? And you know what my son told his dad? He said that if he insists that I do sciences, I would rather not go to school again. And he was being serious. He was not joking, as young as he was.
So
and
he had been firm all along.
Yes. And I called my son as my husband as, and I told him, "See, this boy has a mind of his own. You cannot shut him up. They are not like the children that we were, that it is what our parents say we should go and study in the university, that we go and study. This one has a mind of his own, and he's telling you, and your best bet as a parent is to go along with him, because it is his choice. It is his
choice,
passion.
and to shape his future.
Yes, and he's doing well now.
Wow,
because when
beautiful.
he was in school, he did brilliantly well in all his social circles and what have you when he was in school.
Because it is
because
choice.
It was his passion.
Exactly.
It was his choice. Nobody forced it on him.
All right. Thank you so much, Ma. All right. Finally, because of our time, a lot of us make big questions based on fear. Fear of rejection or fear of what people will say. Usually because of old childhood, insecurities. When you reflect back, there are some things that you did because of fear. Now, the question now is choosing peace versus trauma. How do you go about that as an individual?
Funny enough, I have made my peace with what happened in my past. You see, our parents, like I as much as possible, I tell people, I said, see, most of the problems that siblings have these days were brought on by their parents who raised them. When you favor one child over the other, when you make one child feel like he's superior to another, those things are now playing out, that you see some parents suffering for it. Because if peradventure, God forbid, that something happens to that child you favored, and it's not that you did not favor that is alive, that one will definitely ignore you. And some parents are facing it, and I'm seeing it. And even for me, in my own family, my parents had their favoritism, kind of. And if we have not made peace, if I personally have not made peace with that part of my life, there are some of my siblings I will not be talking to right now. But because growing up, I think
you reconciled with it quickly.
You said what?
You reconciled with your past quickly.
Exactly. Because I told one of my siblings recently, I said, see, thank God for who God has helped us to be. If not, some of the things that we experience as children, if we had allowed it to shape us, we will be in disarray right now.
Okay, thank you.
So parents should make sure that as much as possible, they don't. Every child, like I just talked about my 2 children, every child has their own specific, spectacular characters that shapes them. As my second son is very, very vocal and what have you, my first son, you have to dig it out of him. But because he knows that he can talk, he will still
individual
talk.
Differences.
But that other one, will speak, even if you don't want him to speak. Do you understand?
Sure.
You have to understand that your children are spectacular and specific characters that will shape whoever they will become. And your own as a parent is just to help them along with it.
Good. Thank you so much, Mrs. Yetunde Ojo Joseph, a.k.a. House of Beatitudes. Yes, we appreciate you for being on the program today.
Thank you so much
that when next we call on you, you would oblige us. We hope so.
By the grace of God.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, please.
All right, we've learned quite a lot from what our guest has said this morning. Make sure that you play fair with your children, and whatever issues you've had in the past, try to resolve it so that your home can be a better place for you to live in. We're talking about a joyful home. As mothers, we need to go hustle, forgetting our first ministry, which is the home.
Yes.
And of course, that home comprises your husband, it comprises your children. How present are we as mothers? As guests have said so many things. It means that she is present as a mother. Now, have we given our responsibilities, our careers,
to carers, to teachers, to people who feel that are taking care of our children. How a child gets to know he or she is loved at home is if they fall or fail and they come back
embrace them
to someone, and they, even after they know you will chastise them, they know that they are
Yorùbá sọ pé tá bá fi ọwọ́ ọ̀tún bọ́ ọmọ wí á fi títí òsì á fà mọ́ra.
Until Lupita and that's what Lupita Nyong'o is about to say in this testimony in this podcast.
There was a time when my visa ran out after my undergraduate degree. I had done 12 years as a slave, but I was on OPT when I did 12 years as a slave. Yeah.
Still on a student visa?
I was on a student visa, right? Right.
Wow.
I was a student. So that was only for a year, right? And it was running out. 12 years wasn't out yet. And I was facing this thing of like, do I try and stay or do I go home? And I got this project. They offered me this role. I was going to play a Nigerian maid, and it was just and it was infuriating. It was one of those stereotypical roles that I felt was just taking me backwards. If I did it, I got to stay in the country and pursue my dream further. And I couldn't take it. And my mom said to me, you have a roof over your head and people who love you in Kenya. You do not need to struggle in America for them to accept you. You're accepted here. And being reminded of that I belong somewhere, and I belong to a people. I think that really bolstered me. And I chose not to do that project. And in the end, of course, everything transpired as it worked out. This is the good news. But I think I really want to give my parents credit because they instilled in me self-worth that I go back to again and again. And sometimes it slips, but I have my family to remind me of who I am, right? And I know that my value doesn't come in what I've achieved. It comes from who I am and who I'm who I'm continually trying to be.
Okay, yes, your family will always have your back in a time and a day. It is at this point that we know, because this is Premier FM 93.5, your dependable companion. We have your back as listener every, and that's why next week we'll bring you something fresh again from XX Files table. Yes, my name is Judith Ojediro, and the production crew consists of
Sandra Nzago and Jadisola Bello, and this program was produced by Sheyi Oweye. Don't forget, be gentle with yourself as you answer that, because healing is a journey, not a destination. Always love yourself. My name is Ulubukola Mola. Thanking you for staying tuned. Shortly we'll link up with our network service in Abuja for the next program.
Through the storm, you they comfort me. If I